Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Secretary DeVos. I would like to say to my friend from Washington State that any way that we can be helpful, because it's going to be really critical what your response is in the education realm, and really all on all cylinders. We want to be helpful, I think, and we wish, we want you to be strong, and we want you to, and we want to help you as much as we can. So our thoughts are with you. I'm not expressing myself as well as I would have appreciated. But anyway, Secretary DeVos, on the career and technical education, workforce development is exceedingly important. The administration is, through the budget, is looking at a 53% increase in CTE state grant funding. And that's very encouraging to me, coming from a state that's trying to transition our economy from a more energy-based economy to more high-tech, more entrepreneurial, and also to create an enthusiasm with our younger students for careers to where we're having shortages, whether it be welding or other coding and all kinds of things like that. So I guess my question is, how do you measure success in this area, and how do you know which parts of career and technical education need bolstered up, and how do you intend to measure that success?
Well, those are very good questions, Senator, and I think we would seek to work with you on specific areas of measurement, but our proposal to dramatically expand the funding for CTE comes at a time when the state plans are just in the process of being finalized after the reauthorization of Perkins, and it, I think, will be very beneficial to the extent that you all decide to fund CTE at a higher level to all of the states. We're seeing some, interesting different kinds of approaches and plans, and that's exactly what I think is going to be helpful and beneficial for a state to be able to sort of benchmark another state and see what they're doing and how they're using those funds to really dramatically expand these opportunities for students as young as down into the middle school years.
I agree. I think it is concerning, though, when the nation's report card says that 25% of our eighth graders cannot read a basic grade level passage.
Very concerning.
That skill has to be translated into CTE. You can't go into a successful CTE program and be successful if you can't read the manual or read the computer instructions or whatever else. So I think that concerns me as well. These are not simple jobs in the career and technical space as maybe they were 20, 30 years ago, where you didn't have to have maybe as acute skills in those areas.
No, every single one of our students does need to be able to read. That's a skill for life, and a necessary skill that you can't do without, for sure.
One of the other areas that the president's budget again included an expansion of Pell Grant eligibility for students enrolled in high-quality short-term programs, and also we expanded the Pell eligibility through the summer programs, which I've gotten a lot of very positive feedback on as well as a continuity of education. There was a bill out there, Jumpstart Our Businesses by Supporting Students, the Jobs Act, which I supported, which would help with the short-term eligibility. How has that expansion of that eligibility in Pell Grant been rolled out, and has it been successful? And is there a lot of uptake on it?
Well, the short-term Pell programs have been limited to pilots, and we're very hopeful. Part of the administration's budget proposal is that a short-term program actually be made a permanent and expanded part of the repertoire for the Pell.
So I would assume that by the administration's desire to increase that program, that the pilot studies have shown success and a willingness for students to enroll in these types of programs if the affordability issue is answered. Is that what you're finding?
Absolutely. And there's great demand. And of course, the demand varies from state to state, from region to region, depending on what the opportunities are. And we would look forward to working with you to ensure the right kind of guardrails around the program, but I think it's something that you all need to look seriously at, making it a permanent expanded program.
So I would like to see, maybe you could follow up with our office later, where these pilot programs are and maybe we could get in touch with them directly to see where their successes and failures have been. Thank you.